again, this is Kalate for Life. This is late to the party. It's length again, because it's quite enjoyable to read listening to. I don't know. Also, I'm doing this because my girlfriend was like, hey, you should read lengths. And I was like, hey, okay, that was her. Now I'm British, look. Okay, sorry. Lance held the side of his head, taking slow, even breaths. Nah. Lance groaned softly, sitting up and looking around. He was in the training room, right? His head ached, a dull pounding in the back of his head that pulsed in rhythm with his heartbeat, recalling what had happened. Well, Lance just got whacked upside the head. Literally, the blue paladin couldn't recall what had distracted him. A weapon malfunction? All he knew was suddenly the simulation bots had hit him. He was on the other side of the room, his head getting beat with a hammer. Okay, well, maybe that part wasn't so literal, but it felt like that. Lance got to his feet, calling for the simulation to cease and for personal training to be over. Padding from the room as it went from dark behind him, Lance rubbed his skull. He supported enough concussions as a young child to know exactly what this is. Ugh, seriously? He winced as the lights came on with each step further into the hall he took towards the kitchen area. May there be some space ice or something to help with the bump. Thinking upon the matter, Lance was a little more annoyed with himself than usual, irritated that he had messed up and injured himself in such a juvenile way. The blue-eyed boy had been training out of anger in the first place, so messing up fueled it. Someone had compared him to Keith, pointed out his flaws, which always had the pilot wallowing in the lake of self-pity. His blow didn't help the battle that was already been going on in his head. A concussion seemed so minor compared to the semicolon he'd gone into from saving Koran from the rover blast a long time ago. He could definitely take a little headache, right? Definitely. Besides, if he couldn't get through this, he shouldn't be in this war anyway. Now should he? The worst concussion he had ever had as a child, anyways, was when he fell off his bike and couldn't move for a minute or two, which wasn't as bad as it sounded at the time. Lance. The man flickered his head up to a major movement hurt too much, seeing Shiro coming his way. Pigeonhole Laura tracked the Galbraith spy, and we need to go and take it out. Now get your line, we're leaving now. Wait, that seems excited. Frick. Shiro patted his shoulder firmly, then rushed past him to warn the others. Lance had to admit that he was thankful for Shiro's sturdy hand, because Lance had been about to lose his balance completely. But there was still a mission, and he had stuck up his pain, gotten his lion. Just have to Sorry, I'm so used to the spelling of it in The Outsiders because I just finished reading that. So tough. Sorry. He just had to be tough through it. That is all. Just have to be tough through it. That's all. Lance mumbled, I can do this. He turned back the way he came, jogging not so gracefully. But Lance made it for Blue. The mission was underway, and now he had something to do. He didn't so much focus on his head. Yeah, he was going to be fine. Lance was feeling better already. All right, everyone, let's burst this crab. He laughed, smirking at his reference that no one would get. What? Excuse me. All right, we had a drill for this. Everyone know what to do? Laura asked, getting positive responses from all the parties. With a few orders here and there, they plunged into their attack on the ship. That would be destroyed in a matter of minutes. The battle went successfully for the others, but escape still needed to be quick. Who knew or when, or if the small Galra group had back up on. I'm so confused. My brain's dumb. I'm sorry. That had been all it was, a small ship. Oh my god, big words. Scoundron of Galra soldiers and fighter drones. It was smart because if you were to spy, you wouldn't want a giant fleet of the Paladin's tail. The Red Paladin was the one who noticed that Lance wasn't following them towards the castle as they making their escape. Lance had it really completely to recall when he started to feel bad again. But it happened. He sat limply in his seat, breathing raggedly with his eyes lined. Lance could hear his friends and teammates asking for him within his element, but seemed to cut in and out as he drifted through consciousness and unconsciousness. That was alarming, even to Lance. What? I can't. What's happening? Why not responding? Sounded like Shira. But the injured Blue Paladin could not completely be positive of that. Keith had already turned his lion around, racing back to his teammate. Worry laced in his voice. Keith knew what was wrong, felt horrible about it. Lance was training earlier. He was hit. I saw, but we jumped into battle too fast. I didn't think to help him. He seemed fine. Keith sounds like a whiny bitch, apparently. Pidge spoke up. Hit? What did you... Lance couldn't hear them anymore. His eyes wouldn't stay open long. Lance couldn't take all the lights, all the noises, the way his head pounded. It was all fading in and out, and he felt like he was spinning. Lance may have thrown up. He wouldn't doubt it. Get to Lance, Hunk. Guard him. Lance couldn't hear that. The ringing in his ears overpowered it. He was going to die, wasn't he? if he heard no one was coming, right? Lance didn't hear his friends yelling for him, at him to stay with him. Buddy, Lance, stay with us. His eyes rolled in the back of his head, their blue disappearing behind his eyelids. Lance slumped over and Blue growled, lit up her system to keep her awake. Didn't. Thank you. It didn't work. His brain was damaged and it couldn't function. And Shiro and Keith didn't make it in time. Why do I sound like I'm trying to read a poem? My God. Okay, well, bye. You should subscribe if you want to, though if you don't, it's perfectly fine. Also, go check out my friends. I would say I'd leave a link to them, but I'm on my phone and I don't really know how all that junk works. Computers are much easier to use. But anyway, follow me on Wattpad. Go look at this links one shots. I'm sorry, I'm so awkward. But yeah, I'll probably read all of these because they're really well written and really good. And yeah. Sorry, but bye. I hope you have a good night, day, year, month, May. Also, yeah. I'm sorry. Bye.